How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab. I know that this is not a very popular segment at all, but in this situation that I'm in here, I really do need to kind of catalog a lot of what I've picked up, and I know that. Comic books are not everybody's thing. It's obvious when I look at the analytics that this is not a popular thing for me to do. And that's okay. I have not always taken the popular route, but bear with me while I get some of this done, okay? Because I've done research into this stuff. I've put actual thought into some of these segments. And, I give me a chance. No, I understand. There are people out there who talk about diecast, and that's all they do. And I don't tune into them every day. There are very few creators whom I tune into every day. You can't please everybody all the time. And I think that the wise folk out there in the world know that. But so, bear with me. I have nerd information that you may need one day. I wanted to talk about this imprint really quick. This is an Avengers comic from 1981. It is what they called the Marvel Super Action imprint. These are reprints. This one particular is a reprint from 1970. But that does not diminish its value. It is on its own still a $3-4 comic. One of the things that I wanted to talk about in terms of the Eternals, well, you want to talk about people tuning out even further. One of the things that I wanted to talk about with the Eternals is that they will be making another film along that storyline, because this individual right here is very important to their future plans. This is the Eternal that shows up at the end of the film. And is widely known as Love or something like that. Anyway, he's an Avenger, and he becomes a West Coast Avenger, and they're trying to develop all of that. So you're gonna see some of this stuff start happening. Another character that was in the Avengers and will be appearing again in the next Thor film is Hercules right here. He made the post-credit scene in the last Thor film. So you're gonna see that. Another reason why I'm happy to have some of these comics, and by the way, if you don't know, all these comics were sent to me by Andre at First 117. Sometimes when he buys a lot of things or a storage locker or something like that, he will send me the comic books because I will do the work on them, and I appreciate them, and he just hates everything about comic books, much like the rest of my viewers. But I was talking recently about Monica Rambeau. This is one of the other Captain Marvels from history, and this is the one that was a part of the Marvels film that recently just tanked and everybody loves shitting all over. I have not seen the movie yet. At this point, I'm waiting for Disney Plus, because we have it on Disney Plus. So it's gonna be showing up there pretty soon, and I'm gonna give a review of it, because when I went to see, or when I eventually did see Morbius, I like the film. It may not fit into everybody's idea of what belongs in canon in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and everything else, but for those of us who actually read a bunch of the comic books, it's not that bad, people. You're just being assholes. Another valuable comic that Andre sent to me, this one is probably at least $5 anywhere you see it, and I'm not sure why as of yet. The thing that I love about this time period in the Avengers, though, is that they do have She-Hulk a lot of the time, and Marvel just canceled She-Hulk on Disney Plus. They're not going to do it anymore. It costs too much to produce, and I think they got minor fan backlash about it. They are going to continue. That actress is going to continue portraying She-Hulk in various films and stuff like that. She's going to come back around, but they're not going to produce her show anymore, which is too bad. It ended extremely cleverly, and if you haven't watched that on Disney Plus, you should. You should watch the She-Hulk thing because it's funny. It is genuinely funny, and the end of it is scathingly funny. And then the last thing I have to show you for Avengers here. See, you've made it. It's all the way. 7 minutes. That's all this took. The last Avengers comic I wanted to show today is also a part of that Galactic Operation Galactic Storm. It is the final installment at, what is that, 19? Oh man, there's got to be a lot of these around. In the Galactic Storm, I mean, Operation Galactic Storm. Stick around to see how many of these I actually have, because once I've gotten all this stuff cataloged, once I've gotten it all rebagged and reboarded, I am going to find out some of the rhyme and reason. Maybe I'll involve you in that, maybe I won't. But anyway, that is that. And I also wanted, since we're on the Avengers, I wanted to show the covers of a few 64-page annuals that were also bestowed upon me. These are the kind of things that, by the way, are bigger, and you have to put them in like a Silver Age bag and board. They don't fit in a standard. But this is the Evolution War. This is kind of where they were headed with some of the characters in Guardians of the Galaxy with the High Evolutionary. That's who he is, the High Evolutionary. These 64-page annuals are they're no more valuable, say, than some of the other ones. The prices on these Avenger comics are anywhere between, $2 and $5 conservatively. Okay? Some of them do reach up a little higher. There was one that I found, and I'm not sure. Maybe it's coming up in the next segment. But there's one that I found out of all of them that was serious money. I think it was $75. And here's a really neat foil cover with, as you can see right here, Mephisto and some of the other Avengers being kind of, cupped in the hand like that. I do love these foil covers, and you can find them. They're not really, really, really super valuable or anything. But it does, like I've said before, it shows a really good example of how they were trying to make comic books big kid stuff, and in the process, they ruined the industry. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. I think if I could still find comics on a wire spinner rack at a pharmacy nowadays for, 25 cents, 35 cents, something like that, I would still be a dedicated buyer, hand over fist. And then here's the last one. It's actually Avengers West Coast, but because it was a 64-page annual, I thought it would be good to include with this segment here. Again, all of these come to us from Andre at First 117, and he is a very hardworking individual who rarely ever gets to see the stuff that he finds make anybody directly happy. So that's why I'm doing this. I am doing this to thank my friends for donating comic books to me. It gives me something to speak about. It gives me something to mess around with. And honestly, because Diecast has been so spotty around here, this really kind of it scratches that itch of being an active collector in something. I feel like I'm in between things. I feel like there's got to be something on the horizon, but I feel like the action figures are getting too darned expensive to do more than just to invest in the couple that I like across the year. It's really kind of hard to, as a self-funded channel, to do new product reviews right away, because I don't have the budget for it. But maybe in time that'll all happen. All good things in all good time, as the song goes. Anyway, thank you very much for coming out here to Monkey Shine Lab, everybody. We really appreciate you stopping by and sitting through some of this. I appreciate it. I want to get it all cataloged, like on the channel, to sort of be able to go back and remember, oh yeah, that's where all these came from. Like I'm ever going to forget that box landing like a bombshell. The woman at the post office carrying it out. This little woman, it's a huge box. And that's your reminder today, kids, not to smoke cigarettes. Okay? Thanks a lot for coming out, and we'll see you again right here, Monkey Shine Lab. Probably with something else. I'll try to spread it out. But there's going to be more comics. Just deal with it. You weenies. Thanks, everybody. Bye.